Yeah.
Your talk's going to be about, I've told them to be about...
Yeah, but about motivation to revise and pass exams and move on into life. And
Yeah, okay. You ready to start?
Yeah.
So he'll be focusing on how can you motivate yourself for those passing exams and how can you so over to you.
I'm not actually ready, but yeah, that's fine. I was born ready. Good morning, guys. It's going to be hard today. Don't worry, it's fine.
We gon' be okay, we gon' be alright. We gon' be okay, we gon' be alright.
You're always shy, they need to be shy. Okay, cool. So everyone knows a bit about my background, right? No? Yeah? Miss, can we have the lights on, please, actually? The lights. Yeah, please, on. Thank you. So I can see faces. So yeah, guys, I'm here today, basically. I don't want to talk really at you guys. I want to make it quite informal so you guys can get more value out of it. So you guys can ask me questions, I can respond back to you guys. And I know you guys are a bit more mature than the other year, so I will use terms and talk about things a bit more in depth, okay? Miss wants me to talk to you guys about exam preparations and revising and passing your exams and going on to after sixth form. We're gonna go and do our university and stuff like that. Basically, motivation for that, miss, is that right? But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't really want to talk about that because I know you guys get it all the time anyway. And I know Miss may be like, but that's what you're supposed to do, but say no more basically. I will try and tie it back in, but my talk today is more about the self, the person. Because if that isn't right, then me telling you to do something, you ain't gonna do anyway. If you're not happy with yourself, you're not gonna go and do something regardless because you've got inner conflicts. Does that make sense? You guys are very quiet. So what, pardon?
It made perfect sense.
Thank you. So I've stopped and started a lot today, so my PA is rushing over there trying to get things sorted. What's so funny? I made you laugh. Oh, she made you laugh, okay, cool. All right, so yeah, guys, yeah, anything you guys want to ask me? Yep.
When did you become a coach?
Oh, okay, thank you. And when did I become a coach? What's your name, sir? Zoe. Thank you, Zoe. I became a coach as a track and field coach. I started when I was quite young, about 16. But I became a proper coach, like coaching adults and like coaching elite athletes like I have done from 2005. I started working with Olympic standard athletes. I've been doing that since then. And yeah, I'm glad. But when you said coach, I thought you were referring to like being a life coach because that's what I do a lot with people your age and stuff. But yeah, track and field coach since then. And then, any other questions?
How long have you been a life coach?
Life coach, probably all my life. But to be accurately, professionally, I've been doing it now for about 4 years now. It's funny, but it makes you audit yourself more. And that's what I'm gonna talk to you guys about today. Any other questions? How much can I bench? Yeah, I think we don't really do much bench, but I know I can squat like easily 10 reps of 150, 160, easily. It's all about bench, yeah? It's only bench, okay, cool. How much can you bench?
Don't worry, innit?
I like that. So I take you're into your gym a bit and, yeah? Oh, cool. You see me play muscles? Okay. Wow, that's interesting. I got a question for you guys. How many people here want to do something but are not able to do it? Good. No, you can raise it. I know a little people are shy, but it's fine. Yeah, go on. Oh, you just put your hand up to tell me, okay. So you tell me there's only 2 people in here that want to do something that they can't do it. 3, okay, cool. 4, all right, it's coming, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I thought so. So I get that a lot. Basically, this morning, about 3 o'clock in the morning, about between 3 and 3:30, I woke up and I was like, you know what, I'm totally going to change the speech I'm going to do today. And I started voicemailing my PA. So poor girl's been up since about 5, trying to like redo everything that we're meant to do today. That's why she's just starting really finishing. She's finishing off now. Because I want to add value to you guys. I want to give you guys more than a normal speaker will give to you guys. So that's the reason why I asked you that question, because a lot of times we want to do things, but we don't do it because we're worried about what people think about us, or we're worried about it's going to take too long, or we're worried about is it the right thing to do. I could have said, okay, you know, I've done this presentation now, I'm ready for it, let's just do it that way. And I realized that you guys might not get as much value from it, so I changed the whole thing. So I've been up since 4 o'clock today. And that's because, like I said, I want you guys to get something out of it. Now, it doesn't seem like much, because at the end of the day, I can plan as much as I want, but if I don't deliver, then you guys don't care, because you haven't learned nothing from it. So I know actually, there's about 7 things that stop people from doing what they need to do. Now, in the middle of the presentation will come up and then we'll go through it step by step. But without really going through that, I can pretty much tell you guys. So a bit about my background. When I was 16, I fell out with my mum a bit. Like, my mum thought I was like obviously a bad child. I was really bad at school. I was put into that 1 GCSE, and trust me, everything that you guys are thinking of doing or have done that is bad or did do in the past, I probably did 10 times worse. So I mean, my mum used to go night work and work shifts. My mum would lock the door so we couldn't go out at night. Mum would leave the house at 10. I would jump out the first floor window and go out and go and meet my friends. Like on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night. Go out at 10 o'clock, come back, because mum will come back the next morning. I'll come back around about 4 o'clock in the night, and I was doing all sorts in the streets. So it's like, it's not cool to talk about it now, but then I thought I was the guy. But one thing I did do, I still always went to school though. I still went and made sure I was on time. Maybe I might fall asleep in a couple of lessons, you know how it is, but I still went to school. I think I was around about 15, I actually got arrested. Nothing major, I was just, you know, trying to handle it, stolen goods. But yeah, so my mum didn't really trust me, to be honest. I was just like, it was actually a ped. My mum was like, you're always in trouble, you're not gonna do well, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna prove her wrong. So I made a pledge to myself, like, you know, I'm gonna show her. So about March, end of March, where we're starting to really get jazzed up about GCSEs, we've got not long left, and I said to my teachers, like, I actually need help, because I don't think I'm gonna pass my GCSEs. They're like, yeah, no shit, like, I'm not sure, but anyway. They're like, look, like, you know, you're predicted 1C, which was in art, and the rest were like D's, E's, and F's. And I was like, actually, well, I can't be going on, because my mum is 1, my mum is right. I said to them, but I can't really read either. And they used to do these random reading tests. And they're like, yeah, you can. You're just messing around. You just don't concentrate in class. You don't do the work. And I was like, please, guys, let me take this test. Because we did a test and I faked it and I copied it to someone else. You know the multiple choice ones where you read and yeah, one of those ones. And then I passed and I got quite a high grade. And I said, no, actually, I can't. And they tested me again. And they actually came back and apologized, like, you know what? We have failed you. We don't know how you have a reading age of an 8-year-old and a spelling age of a 6-year-old. And you're 16 about to go into your exams. I was like, well, I was right. They said to me, well, we don't know what you're gonna have to do, but if you want to pass the exams, you're gonna have to work incredibly hard. And I was like, I'll do whatever it takes. I didn't say it to him, I said it in my mind, because I was scared to speak out into existence what I want. When I was younger, I wasn't like this. I was just like you guys, I was reserved, I was shy. But I said to myself, so literally, I'll go to school, yeah? At 6 in the morning, no word of a lie, 6 in the morning, and I'll get there about 5:30, I'll leave my house at 6. And when I get there, the people out there are the cleanest. Like, sometimes the school gates ain't even open properly, I'm waiting outside. And I'll leave school at 6 in the evening. And I did that, seriously, I did that. Like, every single day that school was on, for the last month, 2 months, for my exams. And when I'll go in, I'll catch up all the work that I need to do. I'll make sure that the coursework is done. I'll stay after school and do extra stuff. I'll go in for extra classes. So much of the teachers were saying that I'm becoming a teacher's pet. And I was this bad boy that I didn't respect teachers. I didn't care about anyone. I just wanted to be a class clown. I wasn't bad, like, I wasn't like bully or anything like that, but I was like, yeah, I was a guy, I wanted to be popular. I was just a class clown, I was good at sports, so I just winged my way through everything. I was in the school team from year 7 to year 11, the 18, and I thought I was a guy. One thing that taught me was discipline. Now this story sounds like a normal cliche story, and it's a happy ending, I get all my GCSEs. It wasn't quite like that, but I'll get there. So why was I able to do that? Because I realized that there's more to me than what people are seeing. So every single one of you guys here, there's more to you than people see. And you know that. Deep down inside, you know that. A lot of times, some people will be like, yeah, don't worry, them people think I'm stupid, they think I'm this. But you know that. It might not be as loud, because a lot of times you oppress it yourself, by doing what other people want you to do, by doing what other people think you should do. But it's all about self. So anyway, I went hard. The special needs department, I was actually put in there because obviously I'm special needs. I mean, if you can't read and write, what the hell are you doing? You know, they said to me like, the only way to get your reading age up is for you to, I forgot exactly what it's called, but basically there's a system that they use to allow me to learn my vowels, my consonants, and learn how to put words together and spell properly. And it had not been trialed properly, but there was this woman from Australia who had just recently like wrote a report about it and just came to the country. They actually employed her, and she sat down with me one-to-one to go through it, and we would record all the vowels and the sounds, and I'll play it. Like, I was the only person in school allowed to have like a CD player. I know back in the day, I know like now it's MP3 in it, but we had a CD player, and I could literally have it on my CD player and listen to myself, correct myself, and my voice talking and saying the words and the sounds again and again, and putting words together like 3-letter words to 4-letter words to eventually learn how to spell. But I played it like a song. You know how you listen to your favorite song and it becomes like a rap? Yeah, and then you can know every word off by heart. That was like that, so I had to learn it bit by bit. The hardest challenge was when they put the English paper in front of me, because even us in special needs, some of the exams I was allowed extra time. In maths or other subjects I was allowed a reader. You're allowed to have a reader that will read the questions to you if you can't really read it. But English, you can't have that. Duh, because it's English, right? English, you have to read it, you have to analyze it, you have to, whatever you need to do for the paper, you have to do that. And I remember saying to myself, whatever happens, I will leave everything on this paper. Yes, I passed English. And I passed maths. And I passed DT. And I passed art. And I passed, what other subjects I did? I can't remember. Science and da-da-da-da. But I failed RE, so hey. I got a D in RE, but the rest of them were C's and above. So I'm not telling that story to make you guys, to impress upon you, but just to get you guys to understand that you can actually make a change, but it all depends on the self. Right, is there any questions anyone wants to ask me about my schooling life before I go any further? You guys are all scared of me now, innit? Cool. We're gonna play a game in a minute anyway, where you guys have to interact, so you haven't got a choice. So then huh? I said you don't have a choice. Is there? Okay, we'll see. So, all right, I want you to turn to the person next to you, teachers as well, yeah? So the person to the right, turn to the person to your left and say to them, I own you. Nah, I'm being serious, let's go. Like, listen, on the count of three, do it together so it's not embarrassing. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Louder than that, guys, I'm not having that. Okay, the other person say it back on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Guys, wait. We're whispering. You can't own someone. I own you. Nah, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Say it like you mean it, yeah? Guys, say it with passion. Okay? Miss, I want to see you guys all. I want everyone to shout like you mean it, okay? All right, are we ready? Together, everyone say it together. 1, 2, 3. No, you have to look at the person. Yes, I own you. That's how it needs to be. Okay, so why am I asking you to do that? Come out of your comfort zone. Come out of your comfort zone. That's all it is. It makes no sense just staying there in your comfort zone, does it? It makes no sense. Because to have what you don't have, you have to do what you've never done. Does that make sense? It sounds very simple, but a lot of people can't do that. I stand here before you today, not because I'm good at what I do, it's because I push myself to do what I do and improve myself every single day. Guys, I don't mean to be rude. I thought I'd made it when I got my GCSEs. I thought I'd made it when I walked into a bank and I demanded an interview from the manager. And he's like, at least you did. He's like, you got to be your confidence. Don't worry, I'll give you the interview. Let's see how well you fare. And then I got the job. And then he's like, actually, you know, you got some skills about you. I was the only 16-year-old to get employed in the whole of the London region by HSBC. And they were like, okay, got skills. I don't tell you that, again, like I said, to impress you. I tell you that because I thought I'd made it. Until by the time I was 17, I was homeless. Like, homeless. I feel like my mum couldn't stay at home, decided to walk out. I thought I was a big man. The next thing I knew, I found myself on park benches. Sleeping on night buses, going up and down. Staying at friends' houses, but then I'm not going home. And they're like, you haven't changed your clothes. I thought I made it. Then I realized it's not about that. Because I was doing a lot of things to impress people. Not for myself. The most important thing in life is to find yourself and do what you know that you should do. Nothing else. Guys, I thought I made it when I was 25 and I set up a company. The company was doing well, grew quite fast, attracted the wrong attention, 3 lawsuits in 3 months. I thought I made it. Until I spent every single penny I have trying to fight these lawsuits because I knew I was right. Won them all, drawn on one. I'm meeting them next 2 weeks to get the final underlining decision because we come to a mutual agreement. I thought I made it. Until I lost all my clients and went from paying myself, I don't know, like, to like £500 a month. I thought I made it. Because of the lawsuits, how damaging it was. I thought I made it when I have to move from my 2-bedroom flat and then move down into a 1-bedroom flat, sharing with a flatmate. So I have to sleep in the living room now. I thought I made it. I thought I made it when I had no money to feed myself, so I started doing night work. Literally, this is like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I thought I made it, and I thought, okay, cool. We won the first lawsuit, we're gonna win the second one. I just need to keep paying my solicitors, but I don't have enough income to pay them. Until I'm doing night work, and I become a victim of a hijacking and attempted kidnap. Wrong place at the wrong time. But I survived. Then I thought I made it because I survived. What I'm saying to you is, yeah, that's how the road goes. But you have to stay congruent and true to yourself and stay like this. The road can go up and down, but you just float above it. Self. You guys think you've made it because you go to year 13. You think you've made it. They think they've made it. You think you made it because you passed your GCSEs. You think you made it. The next step is coming. You think you made it because you got unconditional offer to your uni. You think you made it. Guys, I don't mean to be rude. You never make it.